Surprise, surprise, surprise. Run that intro for him, cuz.
And the ancestors are looking out for us. God Hayes is exposing them, man.
Okay, you see that chair right there? See how big it is?
Yeah.
Now look at the Pope chair under it. Scroll down, look at the Pope chair under it.
Never have it been made so clear.
Young TV. Young.
We running the game right now.
Young TV.
Time to take over.
Young
We the hottest in the game. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. If you just not tuned in.
TV.
Share, like on your Instagram, Facebook.
Young TV.
If you tuned in, we broadcasting live from 2030, baby.
Young TV. Young
Taking over the game, baby. Oh yeah.
Young TV.
Hit that like.
Young TV.
Get them likes up in the air, you heard me?
Young TV.
Ride by. Hotel Islam.
Young TV.
Assalamu alaikum. Flown lekker. Peace.
Young
Guarantee you.
TV.
Hit that like.
A lot of crazy people out here. Hey, Robot, if you're tuning in, hit that like, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. This is Extraterrestrial DNA in Humans. Hey, if you ain't got those 8 books by the young elder, I got 8 books out. We're at the park right now. It's a good day outside. The birds are chirping. The kids are playing. If you haven't got those 8 books by the young elder, what you want to do is leave a $50 donation at the Cash App with your email address, and we'll send you all 8 books over by the young elder: the Ascension Manual, the Orion Group book, the Dream Scroll, the Galactic Family of Life, the Book of Extraterrestrial, the Scroll of Eyes, right? The Hustler's Manual, right? We'll send those 8 books over to you ASAP. Now we're gonna be talking about, because people was asking.
That is dark over there.
All right, you go over there. Hey, it was people asking.
I'm scared.
Right? It was people asking, how can you spot the DNA of extraterrestrials in humans? And we were breaking that down, right? One of these beings, one of these extraterrestrial beings is called a Derus. The Derus were obesity type beings that were overweight. And if you notice, especially in America, there's a lot of people that are overweight, 700 pounds, 500-pound people. They barely can get out the bed for themselves. They have fat ankles. This is a DNA trait of a group of beings called the Derus. We put a tape out about it. Master teacher already talked about it in the Holy Tablets, about the obesity gene, right? So that is one of the DNA traits that's added to the humans. So you got to keep in mind, if all humans come from one place, why we got all these genetical traits? One of the genetical traits is the long neck. Why some humans got longer necks than others, right? Why some humans got bug eyes and some don't? Why? Because they was asking me about how can we spot humans that came from Mars? Because it was humans that were adopted from Mars and brought to Earth, right? See, how can we spot that? Now you got to keep in mind, the Mars really was like a laboratory, and the first group of beings that we engineered on Mars were called the Ramadians, Greys. Keep in mind about the Greys, the gray extraterrestrials, who are about 4.5 foot tall, right? They're about 4.5 foot tall. Got to keep an eye on these boys, because we on the block, right? We on the block. You know what I'm saying? these 4-foot big head guys, and then you look at beings like dwarfs or midgets. Midgets are short with big old heads, and you wonder, oh, yeah, what about this midget? Them midgets are really Martians, right? They are really Ramadians or Greys, or product of the Greys mixing in with humans. Because you wonder, like, because these people are a certain height, right? Like the Twa man. The Twa man averaged about 4'3", 4'5", right? But the Twa man is equally built. Like, he don't got the big head. His body is equally matched. But if you see a dwarf or a midget, you see that midget has a bigger head and bigger than his body, and that's due to these Greys mixing in. You'll see that some people have bigger heads than others. Some people got a big watermelon head. Some people got a big jug head, right? Big old jug head. The jug head comes from another group of beings, the DNA from another group of beings called the Danakal, which is where Yaku's people come from. These big head beings who were actually part Ramadian, because when we created the Ramadians, we promised them that we would give them a part of our DNA, and in turn, we sliced our DNA with them, creating these Danakal, these big head, risky and hybrid beings that live in the center of the earth. Their leader called name is Field Core. A lot of this shit. This really is for advanced students here. So if you're tuning in, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. Like I said, this is for advanced students. A lot of this stuff, they say, oh yeah, well, you gotta show me some receipts. Well, I'm giving you the receipts. You already see this stuff. Where are the long neck people coming from? Are people with extremely long tongues? Are people with extremely big heads? That's abnormal. Or people with cone-shaped heads, because there's another group of beings called the Terus, who DNA is involved from the Huns. Well, and you go look at South Africa, cone-head people in South Africa, you'll see it's a tribe, the Bantu people, mixed in with these cone heads. And the original, they show you the white cone heads in the movie, but the original cone heads were dark-skinned people, right? When they came here, they were dark-skinned people, right? That's why if you watch the movie Conehead, you'll see that what the hell? Oh yeah, it's over with. Too many flies up now. Yeah, you'll see that the being that came to pick them up was a dark-skinned Nubian conehead. So it's a lot of DNA. The DNA is here. The extraterrestrial DNA. You can see actually 23 different extraterrestrials were used to make up the 46 chromosomes or the 46 strands of DNA. So you got the plant race, the Greys, reptilians. You got reptilian in you, right? When you look at under a microscope at semen and going into a woman with the egg and everything, that's done with reptilians. Reptilians lay eggs, right? Reptilians lay eggs. Certain types of birds, birds lay eggs, give you the connection between the birds and the reptilians. There's a close connection between the birds and the reptilians, because the reptilians were drafted out of the birds by Mother Hoover. We can get into that. But we really just like to say, point out the DNA, extraterrestrial DNA. Some people have thicker hair than others. Why are there so many different hair textures? Why there's a 6? Why there's a 7, a 8, and a 9 types of hair texture? Why some people got nappier hair than others? Right? The light-skinned genetics dealing with the melanorecescent gene. Why so many different genes if all humans come from the same place? Hey, what up, Sunbro? Why so many different genetics if all humans come from the same place? Why you got humans who are taller and then humans who are short beings? So it's so many extraterrestrials out here with different types of DNA. I mean humans, right? With different types of DNA. Nah, I don't got a lot. It's so many extraterrestrials with different DNAs. I mean humans. Let me get into that. Some Nubians got feline DNA in them, right? That's why some of these, well, really people, right? People in general. Some people got the feline clan. We're gonna talk about that. We might come back with that. The zoo type tape, right? Some people got bird beings in them. Some people got gorilla in them. They can even look like a gorilla. Some people look like birds. Some people look like frogs. That's because these DNA traits were used. That's why we get into the zootype, right? Where we say that different people got different zootypes because of the DNA, because of the extraterrestrial DNA that's within them. Some people look like cats or the feline beings, and you got most of us, pretty much all of us, got the feline genetics. So some of you could be from the feline clan. Some of you may have more feline genetics than the ape-man genetics, or the grays. The grays is in there. If you look at a baby at about around the 3-month stage in the mother's womb and the fetus, you'll see that it look like a gray, black eyes, gray looking type body shape. If you look at the first month, before the first 3 months, you'll see the tadpole or the reptilian phase. Keep in mind, humans got to maintain a certain amount of water in order to stay dehydrated in this side of the mirror. Yeah, so yeah, hey, shout out P Quad, man. What's up, P Quad? So this project Blue Rock is a combination of pretty much a project to create this super type being in the universe, or this super type avatar in the universe that would be conducive to different types of beings that will come here to come to this school. So these bodies that we got, a lot of you are extraterrestrials from different galaxies who came here and took on a human avatar, but you really are bird race, or the bird beings, or the nomos. Some of y'all nomos, some of y'all dragonian, reptilians, some of y'all feline beings, some of y'all grays, some of y'all Riskian and Anarchies who came here to this school and took on. And the reason why I can say that the different DNAs were used of these extraterrestrials is so that they can be conducive to the body types that was here. So like you got the feline in you, so that the feline will be able to incarnate into this human form and evolve. This is about an evolution or upgrading of a spiritual, emotional type science for the galactics. See what I'm saying? So all these DNAs were added so that these beings can incarnate into these bodies, and they will be conducive, because it's a deep science to incarnation, or transferring your consciousness from one avatar to the next. In order to do that, also that avatar got to be conducive with your spiritual being. Now, a lot of these extraterrestrials who are bad guys, who breaking galactical law by trying to take avatars, they got to do blood sacrifices and rituals every month just to stay in that avatar. That's why they got to do these blood sacrifices, these sacrifices of innocent blood, in order to stay in these avatars on this side of the mirror. But a lot of you are cat beings who now walking around in human form, and you wonder why you like cats, or you wonder why you purr at night when you sleep, or you wonder why you like certain types of foods, or you wonder why you hang around certain types of beings. It's because you might be from the feline clan. You wonder why bird beings. And then you got to keep in mind too, we're gonna go in more depth on this. We're gonna go in more in depth on this on the zoo type tapes, right? The zoo type tape. But for the most part, study the different things, like certain parts of different parts of your body is taken from different elements of this on this side of the mirror, like your veins. Your veins are like plants. If you look at your nervous system, like on a chart, the humanoid nervous system, you'll see that it look like a plant. If you look at the different systems of the body, you'll see that they look like a plant. The veins and the vascular system is shaped like a veins on a plant. If you look at certain organs of certain animals, and then you look at your organs, you'll begin to see, okay, all right, I see how they generated these different things. The human body is way more sophisticated than people think. And so you have these different systems. The immune system is one. The immune system, right? The immune system is a highly divine system designed to make you adapt to your environment, which is why the thought of the jab and all these other things that they're trying to hit us with, it's really obsolete when you got unless you're trying to stop the immune system from doing its natural. We got a natural mechanism that protects us from outside sources of enemies. We got to say it like that because they shadow ban their niggas when they start say the V word or the B word. You know what I'm saying? The V word. Y'all know. Hey, somebody drop it in the chat. Drop the V word in the chat. Hello, brother. Yeah, like I say, that for you people that got the cone heads, and then some people got chink eyes and all that. That comes from the 47 chromosome of these terus, these cone heads, right? They had were created what's called Down syndrome. So you'll see some people might have the chink eyes, right? You'll see some people that might have the chink eyes. You'll see some people that might have big noses or certain type of pointy type shaped ears. These pointy type shaped ears are elf looking ears, and the feet. The feet tell some of y'all got extraterrestrial traits in your feet. You got gray flat foot. Flat foot is the grays, the gray alien connection, right? You might see how you might see the pointy ears, like I said, that come from a certain group of beings called the Meldekians, or these Vulcans, who came here and landed and crashed down in the Bermuda Triangle and began adopting humans. They was called this one group called the Primitives. They've been adopting humans and mixing in with them. So you will see some humans with the elf ears, and you'll see some humans that look like a frog because these beings were the frog man, these Tradakidites, or these Meldekians who came from Meldic. Right? A lot of this shit might go over people's head. A lot of people might come in and say, oh, this nigga crazy. Let me get out of here. This nigga talking about. So you say, where's my proof? My proof is in right here in Mother Nature. My proof is here in nature. Most of the extraterrestrial races are here on the planet because this is Project Blue Rock. We all brought all these species here to see how they would live in harmony on one planet. And maybe this right here was a study analogy to see, okay, all right, how can we make the universe, the galactic or the Milky Way universe better by monitor Earth, see how everybody interact together, and then we take that and do an analogy on it, and then make the corrections based on what we saw that was wrong in the universe. Because a lot of the species that's here, like bird race, the bird race is one of the extraterrestrial race. Because at first, this planet was covered with water, so birds really had no place here to land. Birds don't like to land on water. Now it is birds that live on the water. It is insects that live on the water, right? We can get into that. But I'm saying for the most part, reptilians were here first. Birds is an extraterrestrial race. Plant race is an extraterrestrial race. Humans are an extraterrestrial race, but their origin is Earth because for the most part, our avatar is reptilian, which is why we need a certain amount of water to survive. Yeah, you already know about the CV. The CV, they give us that, but like I say, and meanwhile, we got an immune system that automatically protects us from it. Yeah, you got flat footers, you got arch footers. Where all these different traits come from if there was only one type of human, or if everybody come from Adam and Eve? Why so many different genetical traits? Why people got nappy hair? Why people got a wavy hair? Why people got different color eyes? Why people got different type of teeth? Right? Why people got different types of teeth? Like some people got shovel teeth. Some people got sharp looking teeth. It's different types of teeth. Different types of body structures, like big bones, small bones. Now, if everybody came from one person, why is there a big bone and a small bone type person? Why are there tall and short people? Now, we can get into Carbon. Adam was a Watusi, and they were tall, like 6 foot and higher, right? And then you got the Twa man, which is about 4'5", and we can say most women are short in stature, so it's most likely to stand to say, like we said, Eve came from these Twa men. So most women average a certain height and men average a certain height. But when you go to mixing this together, you start to get the different genetical traits. Now, the different extraterrestrials that came here, and some of them went to the center of the earth, some of them eventually came to the surface and began mixing with the humans. You got to keep in mind, this is a big genetical experiment. The human race on earth are key. It's a big genetical experiment in order to make bodies conducive, pretty much the best body types in the universe. That's why earth is so special and earth is so heavenly guarded. It's because this was a genetical experiment to make this super type body type so that they can use these bodies that can be conducive to any type of environment, like heat, like the Nubian body can go into the desert, it can go into the water environment, different, it can withstand different climates. It was to make this super genetical avatar pretty much. Yeah, right. So you see your daughter might have a different types of tooth, right? Different types of tooth. You got the shovel teeth, canine teeth. You got to study teeth, right? Now, why is everybody got different type of teeth? If there wasn't some kind of other outside, some people got dog in them, because you got to keep in mind there was these Hindu race who mixed with the dogs. Some of them mixed with the Laras, these Lyran monkey beings who came from Cyrus. They mixed with them. So people got the monkey gene. Some people look like these zootypes. They look like a gorilla. They look like a monkey. They look like a serpent. They say, hey, read actual facts, number 48, right? Go ahead, like Pops talk about this stuff in the Holy Tablets, where he said that it was a group of Hindus that had mixed with these dog beings. Then it was a group of Hindus. It was a group of Hindus that mixed with these monkey beings. And then it's another race called the Dewanis. They're like short, hairy looking beings. And you wonder why some beings are hairy and some beings are not. Why do some men grow hair on their face and some men don't? Some men don't even grow hair on their face. Why? Because if you look up the Hindus and the Sands, man, they really don't grow hair on their face. But like the Twa and other species, when the Anunnakis mixed in, they grow hair on their face now at this point. So why are the different genetics? Like the Bigfoot. Some people are tall and hairy. 6 foot and a half, 6 foot and a half, or 7 foot tall and hairy. Why is this? It's because of the mixing of these Bigfoot, or these Sasquatch is one of the names for them. The Syrians is another name for them, because they come from the Sirius star system. And actually, those big beings, or those tall Bigfoot type beings, they were drafted from another beings called the Dewanis that I just told you about. One of a group of these beings came to Earth from Melmac, from the Centaurian star system, and they also lived in Sirius. They came to Earth, and they made a series about these beings, like a little puppet show called Alfred, right? Alf is one of these Dewanis. They come from the center of Earth. They leader name is a being by the name of Sinclair, right? Sinclair. Gotta make sure I keep an eye on these boys, because we're on the block. Hey, while we going, you got any questions so far? Says I bet any. You got any questions so far for us while we going here? While we going, you got any questions for us? You got any questions for us while we going? Yeah. Hit me with that first question. Tell you who you are. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Look, if you go within, you either gonna learn to go within, or you're gonna go without. If you go within and go within, all of your genetics, all of your information that you need is stored within your DNA, because DNA is constantly recording. So not only do we got all those beings over millions of years of time indoctrinated into our DNA is also recording and adapting as it go. Everything is recording. When you go and kiss somebody or make whoopee with them, their DNA is added on to your DNA. So you got to be careful who you're mixing with at this point, because you could mix with a degenerate and your kids could come out degenerate. So you got to study genes when you fucking with people, because you're going to be swapping DNA with them. To make a long story short, you're gonna be swapping DNA with them, and your information going to code onto their DNA, and their information going to code onto your DNA. It depends on the stronger genetics or who got the stronger genes. So if you got the stronger genes, say if you are a male and you got the stronger genes, when you mate with a female, your mother, whatever's the stronger or upgraded parts of your mother's mitochondria is going to add on to hers based on the parts that she hadn't upgraded on yet. So when you mix with her, your mitochondria is going to upgrade her if your mitochondria is upgraded, and whatever she got that's not upgraded on yours is gonna mix with yours. That's what the breeding process was all about. It was about upgrading the DNA, keep on upgrading the mitochondria till it got to a point where it was efficient and perfect. But somewhere along the line, the devil stepped in and tried to mix his seed with us and tie himself into our vine and cause some genetical defects. And by the certain foods that they adapted us to, being that we in America for the Natharu super beings, they try to give us food that's conducive to activate certain genes that's like the Deru gene, the obesity gene. Things like fast food activate the Deru gene that's in a lot of us. And so you wonder why you get a lot of people overweight. The people that's overweight, you got that Deru gene. Now you can deactivate that by working out and exercising and control that gene. When a woman, when a woman has stronger genetics, whatever's in her mitochondria that's already upgraded, that's not upgraded in your DNA. Once you begin to swap DNA with her, with that DNA strand was going now, and it will combine. Once it combine, it'll only keep the certain amount of genetics, but whatever part of your DNA that hadn't been upgraded that she might have had the upgrades to, it'll go ahead upgrade that in your DNA, because you got to keep in mind this shit is like a computer. Your DNA is like a computer that's constantly recording, constantly upgrading, like a living organism that's constantly upgrading. So it only takes on the upgrades from the other person that you meet or mate with, and it upgrades that part of your DNA. And then whatever parts that she don't got that you got upgraded, it upgrade her parts of the DNA. So it pretty much, while you mixing with swapping saliva or different DNA with certain beings, you're supposed to be swapping DNA with beings that's more efficient or more intelligent than you. That way they can upgrade your DNA as we speak, right? As you kissing them, hugging them, and exchanging sweat and bodily fluids. All this ties into, they gone. All this ties into upgrading the DNA. Yeah, so eventually they was gonna come out. You're gonna see, because it's part of Project Rainbow, the Project Rainbow project, right? That in this dimension, in this realm, that reality that we in is supposed to be three things. Now, an X and a Y is only two, right? So it's supposed to be really three chromosomes that they showing you, or the three. They're supposed to be an XXY if there's a male, and it's supposed to be an XXX if there's a female. And the doctors are starting to explore that what if there are actually three chromosomes, because in this reality there's always three. It's gotta In this reality, it can't just be two things. It's got to be three things in order for it to legitimize. So what if there was always three chromosomes, but they only told you about two? Just like they only tell you about the God and the devil. They don't ever tell you what sits in between God and the devil. And now they gave you hot and cold, which is the two things. Now the other thing that sits in between hot and cold is warm, right? Now they gave you up, down, and then you got around. Or they gave you God, the devil. Or they gave you Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. It's always three: solid, liquid, gas, person, place, and thing, right? It's always three in this three-dimensional reality. So there stands the reason that they're missing a chromosome. There's got to be XXY for males and XXX, which is why they give you the triple X when they're talking about six. So sooner or later they're gonna uncrack that it's a third chromosome in all people, right? And all the Y is a broken X. The Y is a broken X. It's a lesser version of the X. It's because it's missing a part. Hey, appreciate that, Deborah. You know, Deborah means honeybee. So that's what your name means, honeybee, Deborah. You know that? Like white blood cells, yeah. Yeah, study white blood cells and red blood cells. Study how the white blood cells is in connection with the immune system. And the white blood cells actually are the fighters that goes out to defend you and defend your body from outside threats that might try to get in. Yeah. So to sum it up, pretty much, humans have extraterrestrial DNA. Where's my receipts? Where's my proof? Look at the different traits on the planet that humans got. Bug eyes, big ears, big lips, big butt. Big butt. Having a big butt is a genetical trait that's passed down from generation to generation. Having a certain type of, a body shape, long arms, long fingers, long toes, a long, or a certain type of long torso. People that, yeah, nah. What Hakeem at? No, he ain't. Where he at? Where he at? Hakeem. Nah. What Hakeem at? Hey, so yeah, all these different traits, all these genetical traits. Hakeem. What Hakeem at? Hakeem, get over here. Yeah, we about to get ready to get off though. We just want to bring that. We're gonna come back with another one though. You know what I'm saying? They getting that swimming pool ready. We're gonna bring y'all over here one day. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Hey y'all. Say kinfolk, why you change the PayPal? Oh, I got PayPal too. I got PayPal at the Young Elder, So you want to hit me on PayPal? I got PayPal at the Young Elder. Like I said, if you want to get those 8 books by the Young Elder, one of those books that probably go with this class is the book of Extraterrestrials. Hakeem, let's go, y'all. Let's go. Let's go. The book of Extraterrestrials, right? And that book probably like is this thick. It probably take you. It got pictures and everything in it, and it's breaking down different extraterrestrials. We got the Ascension Manual. That's like the hottest book out right now. The Ascension Manual. We got the Orion Group book. We got the Language of the Birds book, Scroll of Eyes. We got the Galactic Family of Life book. We got the Dream Scroll book, right? You want to get that one too, right? So like I say, you want to get those 8 books by the Young Elder. What you would do is leave a $50 donation in the Cash App, right? And leave your emails in the links, and we'll send the books right over. She'll receive the books about 5, 10, no more than 20 minutes. No more than 20 minutes. It depends on what I'll be doing when you send it. If I'm driving or something, I'll still be sending them, but it'll take a little longer. But when I get back to the house, I can really send them to you. Come on, let's go, y'all. Just coming back. We took the boys to the park so they can, get all that, run all that energy out, and we'll get them lined out. So yeah, we want to thank y'all for tuning in, man. Stay tuned. We're gonna come back with another one probably tonight, right? And we got plenty of other tapes already loaded up. We probably got about 10 more tapes loaded up right now, just ready to go. For you guys, we got something coming out every day. So yeah, stay tuned. Hold on, let me see what they say right there. It says, I think the Y chromosome is a ancient. Yeah. That's true. That's true, man. It goes back long ways. Come on, let's go. It go back a long way. And we're gonna get more into it. We got to get rid of the distractions. I want to thank y'all for tuning in, though. Hey, hit that like, hit that subscribe button before you get out of here, y'all. Wadu.